I got let go of my job in 2016, I reluctantly took a selling health insurance for a captive agency job as a means to an end, so I could find a real job again. In the meantime, I was on unemployment and food stamps, just trying to make it, not paying certain bills just so I could pay the rent so we wouldn't get kicked out. And so I started with not really knowing anything, but I just had a fear, honestly, a fear of not succeeding. And so I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to dial. I had to connect with people. I had to get them talking to me on the phone. And then the rest would come later. I could learn the products. I could learn what a copay is. I could learn what a deductible is. And I did. So I slowly developed a way that felt super comfortable to me. And I'm able to transition it and teach other people now to do that. And so essentially the rise was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's real quick. From food stamps to financial freedom, from food stamps to Florida business legend, all the above. All right, ladies and gentlemen, okay, if you do not know this woman, you absolutely must. She's crushing it in the space. Welcome, Miss Jessi Park.
Thank you, Cody.
Appreciate you so much, Kay. If you haven't seen Jessi, which you probably have, by the way, because she's speaking on every single road show, right? We're spending a whole year together, and which has been a blast, by the way. And she's joining our 8% virtual conference. We're expecting 10,000 agents to jump on February 18th. We want you to be one of those. I want you to get to know Jessi right now. Okay. If you do click the link and grab your ticket for February 18th, use coupon code Jessi, Jessi. That'll give you $50 off so you can be a part of this thing. Jessi, I'm so excited about the virtual, all the road shows, all the stuff we're doing. Why are you a part of all this stuff?
Really just kind of to outreach and to talk to other people, see how they're doing things. I always say there's more than, I think the saying, I say more than one way to skin a horse, but I think that's wrong. I think it's like another animal, but
it's a cat, right? It's a cat, right?
But cats aren't skinned though. So the whole thing just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you.
I don't know. But I'm successful, but I know that there's probably processes and things that other agencies or agents are doing that I could find useful and implement into my business. So it's really a sharing is caring attitude. And I really like that.
Yes, it's so good too. Well, and you're also very open and transparent, and you're willing to help people. Your story, your keynote, and your training on the roadshow has been fantastic.
Thank you.
What can agents expect to learn by joining you and I on February 18th for our 8% virtual one-day conference?
Really, I mean, you're just going to learn so much from everybody, not just myself, but every single speaker has something to do. And like I always say, we could all teach scripts that day, right? But, so-and-so may not resonate with you. I may not resonate with you, but somebody else will. So you will still learn something, even if we all have the same topic. We don't all have the same topic. You're going to hear anything from like scripts and closings and how to plan your day and mindset and all these things that will contribute towards you becoming a more successful agent.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really at the end of the day, like that's what it's all about. Like it's someone that doesn't have an ego that says, just like Jessi's saying about her own self, right? I want to get around others. I want to learn stuff and I want to get better. And I respect that type of individual. And I've always respected that about you. Also, coming out with your new book, Soul Beneficiary, which is exciting, by the way, right? Which is pretty cool. Why do you love the insurance industry so much? Because I can tell you really have a passion for helping others.
I do.
Phenomenal culture, right? Amazing energy about you. Why this space?
Thank you. Honestly, just being blunt, and I talk about it in my book, so it's not a secret. It's the industry that changed my life. I wasn't born into money. I didn't have familial wealth. I had nothing like that. In fact, I was kind of like on the lower scale of all of that. And I had to find my own way. And
Yeah.
I did what I was supposed to do, right? What society says you're supposed to do, go to college, work your way up. None of that ever worked out. I'd get laid off or let go or passed up for a promotion and, just grinding my whole life trying to have something. And I just wound up in debt. I wound up like most Americans, a car, no insurance, and just heavily overwhelmed with debt. And so this insurance industry allowed me to change my life and the life of my children.
Yeah. And you think about it too. She won't talk about it, but she's got you got a new massive office, right? You've got an amazing pad. You're going to be getting married soon. You've got a Lambo and a G-Wagon. Like you got a lot of cool things going for you,
Yeah.
And she's still extremely humble. She still cares a lot. Like she could slow down, right? Like you could slow down, you could stop working so hard and you'd be all right. Right.
Oh, for sure. I could. I have agents that slow down after year one and I'm like, why?
Yeah, exactly. How long have you been in the industry, by the way?
5 years.
It's insane. Like to see your growth in 5 freaking years. You went from like if we'll talk about your story of like when you first got into it a little bit.
Sure. I had no sales background. I had corporate jobs like marketing and I'm a painter. So at one point in time I was doing art shows on the weekends, selling my paintings and everything. And when I got let go of my job in 2016, I reluctantly took a selling health insurance for a captive agency job as a means to an end. So I could find a real job again. In the meantime, I was on unemployment and food stamps, just trying to make it, not paying certain bills just so I could pay the rent so we wouldn't get kicked out. And so I started with not really knowing anything, but I just had a fear, honestly, a fear of not succeeding. And so I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to dial. I had to connect with people. I had to get them talking to me on the phone. And then the rest would come later. I could learn the products. I could learn what a copay is. I could learn what a deductible is. And I did. So I slowly developed a way that felt super comfortable to me. And I'm able to transition it and teach other people now to do that. And so essentially the rise was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's real quick. From food stamps to financial freedom, from food stamps to Florida business legend, all the above,
Thanks.
I love it. I love it.
Why only Florida though?
Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking. See, this is why I love her, by the way. Okay. Now, I mean, they could be using anybody's code, but I guarantee you, based on this interview, there's a bunch of people that are going to register 8%virtual.com and they're going to use code Jessi, Jessi, because they already love you whether they met you or not. Right. And
thanks.
Which is cool. And you always do that for others too. If they're on the fence of whether they want to spend, use your code, get $50 off, spend the $97, spend a whole day with us, 9 to 4 Central Time on the 18th. What should they do? How do you get them over the edge?
Sure. Anything to grow your business, your mindset, anything, you're going to have to spend money. So you're either going to buy another state so you can do something else, sell more products in a state. You may buy an online course or something. Anything where you grow or you learn more, it takes money and you need to invest in yourself. So honestly, $97 or whatever the price is with the discount code or whatever, that is pennies considering what you could learn and implement. If you learn and implement one technique, just one, that completely changes the whole course of your business, you will earn hundreds of times that just by implementing what you learned. So I went to 8% for the first time this summer. And I'm not going to lie, Cody, beforehand, I was like, I don't need to go to this thing. I know everything. I really don't. I learned so much, and the speaker's energy, like that energy transfer was just amazing.
I'm feeling it. I don't know. You guys feeling it transferred right now while you're listening to Jessi? I'm feeling it. It's being transferred, right? Which is why I love it. Thank you. I love that. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you're doing. I appreciate being part of the road show and the virtual and everything else. It means a lot.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, appreciate that a ton. Well, if you're watching, if you want to hang out more with Jessi, you can come to Springfield and do that on the 18th, or you can go to 8%virtual.com. You can use coupon code Jessi. You can get $50 off, Jessi, and you can spend an entire day learning from this incredible lady and 16 other incredible speakers. Jessi, I appreciate your time, and we'll see you February 18th. Okay.
Thanks, Cody. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Jessi. Go grab your ticket. We'll see you the 18th. Come spend some more time with Jessi and I. Appreciate you watching. Love Jessi. Love you. And want to spend more time with you as well. If you love this video, you know I got another one that you're going to love. I got a video just to your right here. Click on that. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. And I'll see you there. So let's talk about your success as a captive agent with State Farm for the first 6. What did that look like?
So
This is permission to brag on yourself.